So this is going to be a quick video, very quick. I'm not going to go into too much depth. I'm just going to try and teach people who haven't really touched Scythe before how to start learning Scythe, how to get good with Scythe and stuff like that. So what I will say, just to start, don't think you're going to come out of this video being able to perform all these crazy 0 to deaths and stuff. I'm just going to simply teach you what I first started doing when playing this weapon and how I progressed through Scythe, learning how to do 0 to deaths and stuff like that. So first things first, I will say, make sure you're wanting to learn the weapon, for starters. Make sure you enjoy the weapon and want to learn it. Because if you don't enjoy it and you don't have fun when you're playing it, you're just going to not want to, you're not going to progress as fast as if you do want to learn and play it. Because I had a lot of fun playing this weapon, so I progressed a lot faster because I enjoyed it so much. I found a character that I liked. So the first thing you should do when learning this weapon is find a character that you really enjoy. Right? For me, it was Mirage, because I liked her Sigs. I liked Spear as well. Spear is a great beginner weapon, because she was the first legend I ever played. A lot of people say Mordex, Volkov is good. They're all good. All the Scythe legends are good in their own way. But for me, and this video, I'm going to be showing you Mirage. So, first things first, come into training mode, obviously, because it's literally called training mode. Don't overlook training mode. A lot of people think you can just hop in, play Scythe and experimental, and you'll learn it. While that's true with a lot of weapons, it's not true with Scythe. You can't just learn everything on the go. You have to go into offline mode and practice it. If you want to learn faster, anyway. So the first step I would do is I would learn a combo. Now I have loads of combos on the YouTube channel. Loads of beginner ones, intermediate ones, difficult ones, whatever you want to learn. Just go and check out one of them. But for this video, I'm going to be showing you the most basic one I can think of, which is this. Wait, I can't believe I messed that up. Just that, right? Simple as. Some people call it the infinite. It's not an infinite because you can jump out of it and shit and doesn't hit on all damages and whatever. But it's just side light, D light, and reverse nair. Simple, 3 hits. Well, 4 hits if you count this as 2 hits. But 3 inputs, relatively easy and pretty simple to learn. So once you get into offline mode, practice this a bunch. I have a YouTube tutorial on how to do this if you want a more in-depth tutorial, because I'm not going to talk about all the inputs and stuff. But learn to do this, and once you're comfortable with it, and when I say comfortable, I mean you can hit it more than like 5 times in a row without fail. That's when you want to go to the next stage of this, which is go into bot settings, put them onto neutral dodge, and just learn it on neutral dodge. Now there are 2 ways of doing this, okay? Some people like to do this, wait, and then do your attacks. And other people like to do this. Wait, not that. Let's do this. They just restart the combo entirely. Both are equally effective. Obviously, starting the combo again entirely just results in more damage, but it also means you have to get your timing right. Because if you don't get your timing right, what just happened will happen to you. So, for example, if you don't catch it as soon as it ends, like I'll show you here. Like, if you wait a bit for the dodge to end, they're going to get their spot dodge back. But if you time it perfectly as soon as their dodge finishes, okay, wait, that kind of fucked me up. Like this. Like that. You see, they didn't get their dodge back there because I knew when the dodge was going to finish. If you're not that advanced yet, just do this. Wait for them to dodge and then do that. I can't accept your room invite. I'm sorry. So once you've learned to do that, again, same process as before. Learn it until you're comfortable doing it. 5 dodges, 5 combos in a row without fail. Then switch up the dodge. Now, when it comes to different dodges, it's going to be more difficult because no combo is universal, right? So what I mean by that is, obviously, you're not going to be able to do your D-light if they're dodging up. So you have to find alternatives to that. Good example is a dare, right? You can dare, and then you can go back into the combo. That won't always work. Not always, but for the meantime, we're not practicing in-game combos. We're just trying to get used to the mechanics of Scythe. So again, practice this, and that won't work in-game a lot of the time because people can jump out of it, they can react, they can move, they can go down, whatever. Like, you're just getting used to the mechanics of the weapon. Learning how to do this is a big step into learning Scythe. And once you've got that out of the way, do it on all dodges, right? And that's what I did. And then once you're comfortable with this is when it gets into the bit more of get comfortable with that and then move on to the stage, right? Don't try and do this instantly. But once you've done that, go back to stage 1 and tweak it a little bit. So for example, instead of doing this, instead of doing that, do something like this. Same inputs, and then add something at the end, like this. You know, add a set at the end. Mix up the directions of the active input. So maybe you can do this, and then something like that. Or you can do, I don't know. You can do this. Right, this is another example. And then you can keep on the combo and keep it going infinite, but just tweak it a little bit, okay? Tweak it. And then again, once you've figured out a new combo that's similar to the one you started with, just got a few more inputs or is changing something about the active input or something like that, learn it with the dodges. So, like this, and then dodge again, and then you can continue it, right? And keep learning, keep going through the stages. That's basically it, to be honest. That's how I learned Scythe. I learned Scythe by doing these combos, doing it on all dodge reads, and you get used to the mechanics in training mode. And then a lot of this you can take into actual matches, right? Especially when you're lower ranks and people aren't using the more complex dodges like I don't know, up left, up right, down left, down right. It's when it gets to that that's a bit harder. But again, there are ways for you to learn it. I just personally would not recommend doing them dodges yet. In training mode, just stick to the left, down, right, up, and neutral dodges. Simple as that. That's all I really have to say. As I said, it is going to be a short video. But the main thing is doing that, getting used to the mechanics, and then what I would suggest as a final tip is once you've learnt these, go into what's it called? Free-for-all or strikeout, or even against a bot. Change the bot difficulty, put the bot to easy, and practice it on people that are worse than you. I know it sounds weird, but this is what I did. I would practice on bots and easy bots and people that are in strikeout and free-for-all, because they didn't really know what they were doing, right? It's a lot easier to hit stuff on them. It's just working your way up. That's all I really have to say. It's working your way up, getting used to the mechanics, starting on easier opponents, and then working your way up, because you'll learn patterns, right? Like a good pattern is a lot of people like to dodge in all the time, or a lot of people like to dodge up or neutral. Like you learn the patterns as you go through the process. The main issue I see when people try to learn Scythe is they just jump straight to the 0 to deaths. They go on YouTube, they type up Scythe 0 to deaths, try and learn it, and have no idea what they're doing. When in reality, you need to learn the basics first. You need to learn the basic combos, you need to learn the mechanics of the weapon. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really.